Done. Sorry for interruption. I think welcome back. And my name is Abdul Latif from CBF Shipping Services, Chennai. We are a completely CHA-based company and a freight forwarding company. So we do most of exports and imports all over India, and we have our own network globally. So in terms of today's session, I'll help you out. How do we have to do the export procedure, and what are the basic documents to be provided? So all this we can, I think we can see in the upcoming presentations. And finishing one presentation, I'll let you know so that if any questions are there, I can take it forward. So we don't want any interruption between. That's the reason. And the major thing is that I think few are being regular exporters and maybe some becomes beginners. So on this session, I think you can see what are the basic things, so that for the experienced people, it can be eye opener. For freshers, it can be a new thing they can be learned. So this is meant only for initial beginners. So I'll just share the PPT. Ma'am, can you able to see my PPT?
Yes, sir. We can view, sir.
Yes, I'm just moving it, ma'am. Just make sure it's getting moved. Is it moving, ma'am?
No.
It's not getting moved?
Just with the first line only, sir. It's not moving down.
Not moving. Hold on, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we can get.
Oh, it's moving, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, let me start this one. The first one is about the sea freight forwarding. Why do we call sea freight forwarding? This means that these are the basic and economic way of shipping the goods. Because when you say on international trade, we can use only air freight or sea freight. Air freight seems to be quite expensive when you compare to sea freight, and sea freight is one of the cheapest mode of transportation. So because sending a very big volume in a container is really economical when you compare to an air freight. So in this case, so we will see what are the basic steps in sea cargo shipment. So when we see the basic steps, I think we are already derived it in a way that first thing is that exporter call us and provide us a booking. That's called a shipment booking. And behind that, our team will make a proper shipment planning. Assume the shipment is from Cochin to Dubai. So Cochin to Dubai, you have too many options. Like you have direct vessels. When you compare to Chennai, we don't have much direct vessels. But Cochin, you have direct vessel options. So that we have to see. Or if you're sending any cargo anywhere around Europe or USA, so a forwarder is one who has to plan your shipment, because when you're giving a cargo, you have to provide a date time, a deadline. Like for example, if you're sending any shipments between India to Europe, which take roughly 40 to 45 days. So a freight forwarder is one who has to provide you a proper day planning, saying that it goes in a 45 days or 50 days, so that you can inform your buyer accordingly. So it should not become any clumsy in between. So that's the reason that we tell a proper day planning. When you're giving a booking to a freight forwarder, make sure that we have to get a vessel schedule, because that is very important, and which tell us that from where to where it goes, and what are the routing are they applying, and what is the transit time, and what is the stoppage in between. All this gives you in the shipment planning, because based on the shipment planning, we need a approval from the exporter. So exporter then provides us an approval to proceed. After that, we start doing the export clearance procedure. So export clearance procedure is nothing but we have to examine the cargo at the customs, in front of customs. And after that, I think certain paperwork will be provided. With that, we will have the let export order. Based on that, we can able to move the cargo from the CFS to the port. Next is transport operation. So transport operation is nothing but when you provide us an approval, the first step is that the cargo to be picked up from the shipper's location to the container freight station, because that is the place where the first stop is, that where the cargo has to reach the CFS. From there, the next step is that the CFS operation will take care. CFS operation is nothing but where the customs examines the cargo. After that, the cargo will be loaded into the container. So after loading the container will be moved to the port operation. Port operation, nothing but I think a container once moved from the CFS, it will reach the nearby origin port. There, the container will be unloaded from the truck and it will be landed at the port. And with the help of gantry, and the container will be lifted from the port to the vessel. So that is called a port operation, because majorly in port you don't have much customs procedure. Customs exams, everything happens at the CFS. Here only the container will be moved out from the port to the loaded vessel. After that, it comes the shipping line operation. Shipping line is the one who provides you the entire, like the space and the routing and the vessel operations and because you will have multiple vessels. For example, when you take different shipping lines, we will have like Maersk Line, Hapag-Lloyd, One Line, CMA CGM, WCL, Costco, because we have multiple shipping line, but we may not know what is the service all shipping line has, because when you say Europe sector or US sector, certain shipping line would have a good services. When you say Middle East sector, certain shipping line would have good services, because that has to be chosen. So that is why we involve shipping line operation. We see the services based on that. We will provide the booking to the exporter. And once the vessel has sailed from the origin port, assume from Cochin, the vessel has sailed. It's called onboard confirmation. After that, you will be provided the bill of lading, because only after vessel sailing you will be provided the final bill of lading. But you can have a BL draft for checking. Once your container has been landed and inside the port, then you can request for a bill of lading draft. Draft will tell you that what are the content you need to check and what are the things you have provided on the invoice packing list will be inputted according to their, I think they'll have a context account that they'll input it. Based on that, you have to check your draft and you have to confirm it, because certain time, I think BL has to be checked from consignee also. It might be a first shipment, so that you have to send this draft to your consignee. Let them check, because it should not have any obstacles during the destination clearance also. For that, they will have to have a view of it. They have to check the draft and confirm it, because once shipping line sail, the freight forwarder role is to make the payment to the shipping line. Within 7 working days, we have to collect the bill of lading from them, because if we delay it further, we will have the penalty to be paid to the shipping line. So that's very important. So make sure that if you make a shipment, please collect your BL draft from the concerned forwarders and you send it to your buyer as well for the checking purpose. Then you give them an approval, because after sailing, you can't make any corrections on the bill of lading. It's all a penalty. Single correction charge you around $100. $100 really but expensive when you say a correction. So whatever correction you want to make or any changes to be done, we request you to kindly collect it from the forwarder, check everything, then you give an approval. So you might be doing everyday shipment. For example, might be some experts are there, might be having everyday single containers, but they may also fall into some corrections. So that is the reason that we wanted you to collect the draft documents and verify it and confirm them, because later stage it becomes a complication. So because see, at the time we already have experienced a lot, because we usually do many shipments and routine exporters, we used to send it directly. We may not know what is the communication between the shipper and consignee, because recently also we are doing one regular exporters. I think they were providing all details, similar details with 2 invoices. When we educated them saying that not to provide the 2 invoices, the same details are there, there's no changes in that. The products is also same. And what is the reason for providing 2 invoices? And we have informed them, so that what we try to protect our customer is that on the cost. Why do we need to provide 2 customs clearance? Why do we need to provide 2 bill of lading? All these things, what we felt is like that. But it is between the communication between the buyer and the seller, because they had a different PO number that we never. I think for the freight forward, PO number is not a big number. That's not a big deal, because we used to check the shipper consignee and port of loading, port of discharge, and the number of packages, gross weight, dimension, and description. All these things we have to see. We never knew this communication. So we educated them not to use the two invoices, but finally we came to know that there was a PO number provided separately. For that reason, they have provided it. So we was not aware of it. So we made the shipment in one invoice, one bill of lading, and later period we were asked to make it into two, and all these things will happen because see we say that we're experienced, but we are not being informed or we have not been communicated well regarding this PO number. So that made a small error, and for that we made it a 2PL. So this I just want to bring it to your notice. So whatever communication you are having between a buyer and consignee, make sure that you have to pass it on to the freight forwarder so that they does not make any error on the paperwork, because paperwork is very important. Only with this paperwork, your consignee can able to clear the cargo destination. So that's very important. Next is post-shipment documents. When you say what do you call post-shipment document is nothing but when, for example, exporter provides invoice, packing list, and sometimes shipper letter of instruction they used to provide, and self-declaration form, and additional documents are being provided only for the freight forwarder or the CHA. On in return, what we need to collect is that after vessel sailing, we need to collect the LEO copy, which is called the shipping bill. We need to collect them. We need to collect bill of lading, and if you want to get the GSP form, you have to get the GSP certificate of origin. Depends on the requirement of the buyer. If you are sending it to the Middle East sector, it is default that most of the buyer may require for a certificate of origin. That also has to be communicated. So all these has to be collected. So when the vessel has sailed, that is the way. That is the way we have written it as post-shipment document. So this is very important. After that, we have to collect their freight invoices and other clearing charges invoices, and based on that to arrange the payment. After that, you will have a vessel departure tracking would be there. We have to have a like tracking. You have to get the tracking from the forwarders and make sure that its departure is on time and arrival is also on time, because today's session is all about our what we have slipped off, and all these things we can at least be able to catch it up. Because see, we are running this office for more than 20-25 years, and even though we handle every day there's a challenge for us. We may do the same shipments every day, but you will have different obstacles. That is why the field is like this. Because see, when you say that the shipments are sailing on time, recently a couple of the year before we had a COVID issue, and we had a big difference on the freight amount. This is from experience. Same after that we had Suez Canal issue, and we had a longer transit, and we had the freight charges also in addition, because the vessel has to route via Cape of Good Hope. So for the longer transit, we have to pay a higher the cost. So all these things were also a learning experience for us. So all these things I'm just passing on to you so that when you're making any planning, or if there's a requirement from a buyer, make sure that you have to execute all these things and you have to communicate it very well. Because they might be telling you to send the shipment in 40 days, but usual vessel sailing itself might be in 45 days. You cannot give them a wrong promise saying that I can send you in 40 days. That is not valid. So when you are getting a vessel schedule, make sure that you get a next available vessel schedule from the freight forwarder and provide them so that they are in a clear position that this is the vessel, this is the ETD, and this is the ETA, so that they can at least plan their arrival, and they can, because they are also into a commitment, because they have to give a final delivery to their customer. So end user may not get offended. So all these things has to be communicated in terms of a supply chain, because we are entire into the supply chain. So finally, pre-alert document. Pre-alert document is nothing but they'll be providing you as a pre-alert set document saying that invoice, packing list, bill of lading, GSP on an email. Make sure you send it to your buyer or the importer so that they have to collect these documents, and they have to pass on to their C&F agent at destination to clear this cargo and deliver this. So all these are about communication. So that is why we call it as a pre-alert. After sending the pre-alert, please get an acknowledgement on email saying that have you received the pre-alert, because due to the time difference between shipper and consignee, we might send the email and we'll make sure that it has reached. But even though it might be in a route box, we'll not be aware of it. So make sure that it reaches the email and you get acknowledgement saying that they have received this pre-alert. And after that, it's consignee responsibility to nominate their C&F agent to clear these goods at the arrival of shipment. So that is what the next procedure is: import clearance. Import clearance is once the vessel has arrived into the destination port. The container will be landed into the port. From there, their C&F agent should arrange for the import clearance, and they have to contact the shipping line, or they have to contact the freight forwarder. They have to collect the proper documents from them, and consignee in return will provide you the import clearance documents. With that, they have to clear the shipment at destination and they have to arrange this shipment delivery. So these are the important steps, procedures. So I think this is how we plan it, and that is how we are just communicating it to you. So I want you to have a clear view on it. Not only us, everyone used to follow this procedure. This is a global movement one. I'm into the next slide. Now, what we have seen in the past slide was the step by step, it was given in a separate way. Now we will see each topic in detail. Now I'll read it for you so that you can all also have a look into it. What is called shipment booking? Shipment booking is a step when shipper make contact with freight forwarder by email with complete cargo details. This is very important because initially, how do we get a booking? Sometime you might have a regular importer or regular exporter, so you will prepare the invoice packing list directly and send it to them. But initial level, what they provide us is that they will send an email saying that there's 1 into 40 foot container to UK, London Gateway Port, gross weight 20 metric ton, CBM 50 CBM, loading date, they will provide it. Sometimes we will get an email saying that these are the details. That's a standard details. Or sometime, usually invoice and packing list or shipper's letter of instruction is used by the exporter to make shipment booking with the freight forwarder. Or sometime, as I told you, this is the next level. Or an exporter themselves have a regular exporter. So they will provide us the invoice and packing list with the SLI, which is called shipper's letter of instruction. By the exporter to the freight forwarder to arrange the booking, because with that details sufficient to make sure that we make a proper booking, which means that proper POD. Because see, when you say UK, you have multiple seaports like London Gateway is one of the major ports, Southampton, Derbyshire, and Felixstowe. These are major ports. But we sitting in India, we are not sure that which port do we need to book, because shippers should have been communicated with consignee that with the nearest location, they will provide you which port is convenient for them. When you say Chennai, we have 3 different ports in Chennai. We have Chennai, Kattupalli, Ennur, all 3 different ports. But I think we're not aware of which POD we wanted. So only we have to tell them that which port they wanted. According to that, we can make the proper planning of the ship. Finally, includes booking space with shipping line for FCL and for LCL with consolidators. Shipping line is nothing but it's a direct shipping line. Like I said, told you, Maersk Line, Hapag Lloyd, WCL. So all these are direct shipping line are used for full containers, because shipping lines will provide you only the full container booking, not the partial containers. For example, you might have only 1 CBM or 2 CBM or 3 CBM. So this 3 CBM, you cannot load it on a full container, because when you book a 20 foot container, at least you should need at least 20 to 25 CBM. If you take a 40 foot container, you need 50 CBM, because we can't waste the space. For in that cases, we can contact a consolidator who will have multiple shippers cargo in one container. That is why we call it as consolidator. Consolidator is one who books multiple shippers cargo in one container to one similar port. For example, as we talked about London Gateway, from Cochin to London Gateway, you will have 3 CBM. But when you contact a consolidator, he might have a multiple shippers cargo combining with 47 CBM. So adding a 3 CBM will become 50 CBM. So you can close the box. That is what they talk about, because they say that you have to close the box means they'll have they need the cargoes of roughly 50 CBM from the multiple shipping from multiple exporters. So all the cargo will be collected at the CFS, and the consolidator himself will arrange the loading of the container so that we can able to benefit on the freight cost. So that is the reason that we're going on a consolidation. Next, shipment planning. So after receiving shipment booking, freight forwarder do documentation verification, which is nothing but we have to check the invoice and packing list. If anything is to be rectified or anything is to be changed, we have to verify and tell them. Based on that, they'll arrange the booking space, cargo pickup, customs filing, and all these works are addressed as shipment planning. These are called a shipment planning. Includes booking space with the shipping line for FCL and for LCL with consolidator. They keep on repeating this point because to differentiate what is called a shipping line, what is called who's called a consolidator. Preparing suitable vessel schedule and negotiation rates with shipping line and all other parties, because they are the one who can able to, because when you say exporter, they can't able to directly work with the shipping line, because shipping line will not entertain you so soon and they will not give you the booking so soon. So when you would ask me, why do you say like that? When we are a freight forwarder, we do around 1,000 containers per month. So getting 1,000 containers, it's a good volume, and we have a contract rate. We do file a contract rate with the shipping line saying that based on the volume, you will be provided. Presume you might be given $100, but I might be getting $25. So when you approach me, I can make a booking to you for $50, marking at $25 the profit. So all these can be taken a benefit. So that's the reason that when you go with the shipping line, you will have these obstacles. So freight forwarder is the one who can able to provide you all these details. The next is this is again. What is called export clearance? This step is about filing of shipment information in IC Gate customs portal, because all export clearance, import clearance, all takes place only through a software of customs that is called the IC Gate. I think most of the exporters should have this in a login ID and password, because only through that all custom activities are happening online. Only physical activities are being done at CFS. The rest others, shipping bill filing, bill of entry filing, everything is done online. And after IC Gate ID filing, physical submission of invoice, packing list and declaration to customs official for let export order. Because see, what you say there, you file all these things online, but certain verifications to be done. So for that, we have to provide physical documents to the customs broker. So who will take it to the cargo to the CFS, who will examine, he will provide you, and he will provide documents to the customs officer on your behalf. With that, they can able to clear the goods. Next is transport operation. So what is called a transport operation? When you say that, does a transport make an important role? Yes, because without transport, we cannot do anything in worldwide, because transport is the one who helps to move the goods from one place to other for a small movement. Because after shipment planning, depending on the size of the shipment, suitable truck booking has to be done to pick up cargo and sent to container freight station for export clearance. Because see, shipment planning is nothing but you make a shipment planning, the cargo is being there at the shipper's factory and it has to move to a nearby CFS. You can't book a truck. You can't book a container for small cargo. So it's a reasonable transportation company will provide a small truck based on the size of cargo. The cargo will be moved to the CFS for the clearance purpose. Excuse me. Excuse me. Arranging empty container pickup and send to the exporter factory for stuffing and offload the loaded at the container freight station or inside port depending on the clearance nature, because certain cargo has to be weighed with the truck itself, because it might be a full container cargo. For example, if certain exporters has a special permission, when there are certain exporters has a special permission to clear the cargo from their CFS, from their location itself. For that basis, the cargo can be loaded into the container directly, then it can be moved to the CFS only for the seal verification. These are certain cases, not the entire one. Certain cases are one, you can load it directly into the container, then it has to be moved to the CFS only for the verification. Next, what is called CFS operation? After shipment arrive at destination, container freight station, cargo unloading, verification, customs inspection, weighment, measurement, customs permission, container stuffing, container sealing and release to the port with necessary customs attested document. All these has to be provided. These are called CFS operation. Next is port operation. Upon arrival of sealed container, because see, make a note of it, it's called the arrival of sealed container at port, submission of customs attested document by transporter for container seal verification, it's called RFID, Form 13 verification, and offloading of container at the specified location, which is ready for loading it. So loading of container on a specified vessel by both authorities. Next is shipping line operation. Submission of shipping instruction online to shipping line by freight forwarder to release of BL, which is nothing but, as I told you that I think you have to request for the bill of lading, etc. All this can be done only when you submit it online, because now everything has gone online. Because earlier, when you say a couple of years before, maybe around before COVID, we used to send the shipping instruction to the shipping line on a Word format, converting into PDF, Excel converting into PDF to the shipping line. Then shipping line will send the return on their letterhead as a draft for verification. All these were in a couple of years before. Now, every shipping line has their own software, and all the freight forwarders should have been registered with them to do this online transaction with them lively, to prepare this bill of lading. We have to provide this instruction to them and they have to make the payment. Following with shipping line for the container loading in specified vessel and container arrival at port of discharge. That's called container tracking. So all these facilities shipping line provides you in return, because earlier days not like that. So now everything is going online. When you pick up a container, you have to make sure that the container has been tracking online, and you get a BL. With the BL number, you can able to track that container also. So all these things can be done. So that is what the operations is all about. It's all about shipping lines. Next, bill of lading preparation. Submission of shipping instruction online. As I told you, that bill of lading is all got online. So we are submitting the shipping instruction online to the shipping line on time, followed approval of BL draft and advising type of bill of lading received, because BL has different types. I'll make it very simple. When you say three types, one is original bill of lading, the other one is called the surrender bill of lading, third one is called the CWA BL. All these three types of BL. Okay, first one is nothing but you will be provided the original bill of lading to you, and in return you have to courier this original bill of lading to your consignee. For the initial level, what exporter does is that they, due to the payment terms, they will collect the bill of lading from the forwarder, and once they receive the payment from the buyer, they will courier this to the consignee. Only then they can able to clear this goods. Or second thing is that once they receive the payment, they will provide this BL to the forwarder, saying that to surrender at origin. It's nothing but they put up a seal called BL surrender at origin. So that means that this copy is enough to clear the goods. Third thing, it's called, if you're very experienced and you know very well to each another, then we'll apply for the CVBL. CVBL is nothing but directly you just ask for a copy. You don't need to collect original, or we don't need to collect. We don't need to amend it onto surrender. CVBL is nothing but just a copy. You ask for the forwarder to just provide the copy. In this return, you can just share this copy on the email. So there's no hard copies are required. So only with the soft copy can able to clear the cargo destination. So that is why it's called bill of lading, and these are the types of bill of lading. Post-shipment document. As I told you, what is called post-shipment documents? Generation of bill of lading, shipping bill, certificate of origin, shipping line invoice, CFS bill, transporter bill, and all other relevant documents involved in the shipment. You have to collect this from your freight forwarder. Repeating it: generation of bill of lading, shipping bill copy, certificate of origin based on your requirement. If you have a requirement to collect a certificate of origin, you have to collect it. Another shipping line invoice, CFS bill, transport bill, and all other related documents involved in the shipment. So you have to collect all these things. Collection of all bills associated with the shipment and filling of same in the respective docket, or called as a file, because you have to keep it on the file and make sure that it's been kept it for the, because we can able to verify it, because tomorrow in case of auditing, we have to provide all these documents. Because for example, if you get any income tax notice on your export, you have to all provide these documents, because the income tax notice do not have in between. It does not get instantly. After 4 years or 5 years, you might get a notice saying for verifications. For that, you have to provide all these documents. Next is freight and other charges. Receive shipping line charges and payment of same to shipping line within 5 days of vessel departure. As I told you that once the vessel is sailed, within 5 days, we need to arrange the payment and collect the bill of lading. Delaying that, we have to make the penalty for that. Verification of charges in the bills provided by all parties and preparation of final bill to shipper or consignee, depending on shipment terms. If it is, start with X works, FOB, C&F, CIF, DAP, DDP, all these terms are there. If you are according to the INCO term, make sure that you have to make corresponding payment and collect the bill of lading. Now, vessel departure and arrival. It's when we track the shipment using shipping line online tracking system as per sailing schedule provided during booking space, and expected time of departure and expected time of arrival must be as per shipping line already provided by shipping line during the container booking. Because see, this is a very important thing which I have to share with you. When you place a booking with the shipping line, they will tell you that there's a vessel sailing on 15th of February and the vessel arrival into London Gateway on 15th of March. This is the schedule which they provide you at the initial level itself. At the time of shipment tracking, they'll provide you the tracking on that. But in case we have not been provided this vessel schedule, but I have told you to collect it from the freight forwarder itself at the time of booking. On the booking confirmation itself, you will have it. But whatsoever, when the vessel sails, as I told you that the routing has been changed from due to Suez Canal issue, there is a routing over Cape of Good Hope, which take additional days for arrival. and we have to track our own shipment. Even though you're depending on a freight forwarder, make sure that we are tracking our own shipment and we have to update our customer accordingly. If concerning is expecting, so that you can tell them that if it is not arriving, because now if they say that 30 days of transit is changed to 35 days, they will not know on the day one. This will be information will be known only on the 28th day. We can't say that you gave me 30 days. See, this is a normal scenario which is happening. People are aware about it. I just want to keep you informed about this also. When I say 30 days, you have to at least have a buffer of 2 to 3 days, which you can keep it as a buffer of 33 days. If still delay, if a 2 days delay mean can be manageable, or if it goes for 1 week delay, you have to please inform them in prior, saying that the vessel is not arriving on 15th of March, it is arriving on 22nd of March. So all these are about communication. So we have to keep on communicating them so that they are aware about it. We can't say that we send you the booking, you have to track. It's not this way. Whatever, even though they are tracking, it is our responsible to track and update our customer. Next is pre-alert. Sending shipment details to shipping line and overseas office in form of manifest before vessel departure. Intimate shipment departure date, arrival date to shipper, overseas office, consignee as needed, and send all relevant documents to the respective parties. So this has to be provided and information to be shared to the respective party, which is nothing but you have to inform your consignee, or you have to inform your exporting supply chain team. This has to be forwarded, saying that they should be aware about that there's a shipment has gone this, and so that you can have a record of it. Next is called import clearance. Confirm arrival or shipment by agent at the importing country and filing of documents online for import clearance. See, when you say import clearance, it's nothing but it is also everything is online. So they have to do the filing online. So that for that they need the documents. The import agent should have a document so that this pre-alert has been shared to the importing team, so that the overseas team collects documents and they have to do the online filing. Only with that they can able to do it. After that, payment of destination charges to shipping line for collection of delivery order, because importing, we will have the importing charges there which has to be paid, and only then we can able to collect our delivery order. Finally, submission of relevant document to customs and payment of duties and taxes to get customs release. Customs duties is also very important. When you say that customs duties, we have to make the payment to the customs, only then the cargo will be released. That is also very important. So that you have to make sure that we have to make the payment to the customs pertaining to our HS code and the value, and based on that the duty should be paid. Only then we will be able to get a release from the customs also. When you say import clearance, you will have two release order. One is delivery order released by the shipping line. Another one is the customs release is also to be done. Next, delivery. Delivery is nothing but collection of all associated charges from relevant parties and payment to them. Assigning transporter to pick up container, which is the shipment, from port, and delivery to consignee's warehouse. From the port, we have to collect it and has to pay to be delivered to the consignee warehouse. Billing of all associated charges to relevant party according to shipment terms. So this is called the associated. Everything has be merged together to arrange the delivery, because sometime we already experienced. We would have been made the customs duty and we will be sending the truck to the delivery point for the CFS. But shipping line wouldn't have given you the delivery order because we have forgot to make the payment to shipping line. So everything should happen simultaneously, because this is all about coordination. We have to coordinate in such a way that everything is happening simultaneously, because when you make a payment to shipping line, you collect a delivery order. When you make a payment to customs and get a release order. So all these to be sent to the transporting company so that the transporter takes according with this to the pickup to the CFS. Then showing this, you will get the release order. So how many days it completes to take a sea forwarding? We'll quickly see that. Shipping duration, depending on the type of shipment, number of days are calculated for completing export clearance. Similarly, depending on origin port and destination port, the transit time will be calculated based on the importing country and product shipped. The import clearance and delivery are calculated. Shipment duration. See, this is about a calculation. Export of general product takes 2 to 3 days because the cargo has to move from your shipper's location to the origin CFS, where they have to file the shipping bill, customs examination has to be done, and you have to get a net export order. That is called your export clearance. Next is the freight forwarder. Depends on origin country and destination country. Assume it's from Chennai to Singapore. It's 5 days. When you say Cochin to Jebel Ali, 7 to 8 days. When you say Cochin to London Gateway, 32 to 34 days. Cochin to New York, 45 to 48 days. All these are called transit times because we have to take a calculation. Because assuming that Chennai to Singapore 5 days, you can't say the same thing for Jebel Ali. It varies. So we have to know the transit times that's been calculated. Following last is the import clearance. Clearance of general product takes 2 to 3 days, depending on the country's import regulation, because we have to make sure that we follow the regulation. Finally, I think we have this material. So this is the first PPT. This first PPT has given you in detail about the step by step the shipment procedure. So how do we need to plan a shipment and how it need to be executed. So all these things we have seen it. The next slide I can show you all about the hold on. Next, we can see what is the international shipping license, because when you say what sort of license is required, because we are in the trade of multi roles. When you say we are a customs broker company and we should have a customs license, that's the major one. And when you take, how do you do shipping line? How do you contact shipping line? How do you do it? It's other license called MTO. So how to send a cargo to airline? Can we contact airline? Can we able to send it? No. It's a certificate called IATA. So all these are certificates provided by the certain regulations by the body of government. So all these certificates I'll show you online. Just be on with me. Ma'am, is my PPT moving?
And now actually it's visible with some presentation listing something, some folder, right?
Oh, you're just looking at you can show only as folder, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on, ma'am. Is that visible now?
Yes, sir. International shipping and license and memberships, right?
And now you can able to see the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
So back to the presentation, and now this, as I told you that what is called international shipping license and membership. Because when you say international shipping license, the word itself tells you that it's a internationally for exporting, we need to get all these license and membership. And where do we get all these license? Okay, that I think we will see now. First one is customs broker license is issued by Central Board of Excise and Customs, India. They provide a customs broker license. When you ask me that, does everyone can able to get a customs broker license? No. Our company have a license holder. I'll show you that certificate also, because that we need to provide. We have to go for a written exam, and it's different license exams are there that has to be cleared. Only then we'll be provided the customs broker license. Second one is the multimodal transport operator, issued by DG Shipping, Ministry of Shipping, India. This company provides you a license to arrange to issue the bill of lading. These are the company, these are the governing body who provides the license to provide a operating license to provide a bill of lading. Third one is your ocean transport intermediaries, issued by Federal Maritime Commission, USA. They provide you the authority to contact shipping line. Only these people can able to contact shipping line. Third, last one is nothing but, as I told you, IATA agent certification, which is issued by International Air Transport Association, Canada. I think they are the major one who provides this license. So these four licenses are very, very important to have a CHA or a freight forwarding company. So for these, I think our company has all these certificates that I can able to provide you. This is the page. I can tell you in detail. I can just give you. This is the Customs Broker License Regulation Act 2013. This gives you a notification. With this notification, you can able to apply. You have the list of examination things are given. We have to apply, and applying is not important. We have to pass also. That's important. You can find the Customs Broker License Act notifications are provided. I'll just read it, which is given in the red one. Customs broker to be licensed. No person shall carry on business as a customs broker relating to the entry or departure of a convenience or the importer or exporter of goods, including work related to audit at any customs station, unless such persons hold a license granted under these regulations. Because see, not everyone can go and approach a customs license, or not everyone can approach a customs officer saying that I'm bringing a cargo, because it has to go. Actually, it can go only through customs broker, because customs officer does not talk to everyone, unless until the customs officer will inform the customs broker to bring a importer of the goods to clarify. Only on that circumstances we can able to go. Not you can't directly go barge in and talk with him. That is not possible. So only the customs broker has the authority to talk with the customs officer and clarify, or even though if it has not been verified or clarified with them, then the importer has to represent. Next is invitation of application. The National Academy of Customs, Indirect Taxes and Narcotics shall in the month of August every year invites application for conducting examination, subsequently grant of license to act as customs broker in Form A by publication in two leading national dairy newspaper in English and Hindi, in addition to disseminating the information of web portal. So all these have been provided in this dates. This is our license. You can find it. We have got the license on 16/10/20. It's valid. We got it in 2013. This is 10 years before. 10 years. 2013 we got it. So to 2023 it's valid. You can find the license. The CHA is partnership firm. List of people are given. Mr. J. Dharmiraj is one of the partner of customs broker in their authorized signatory. He is qualified on this act. He was the one who has written this exam and he has qualified this exam. He has cleared it. This is the license issued to a company. Form B. This is the Director General of Shipping, Ministry of Shipping, Government of India. So in this only we have to get registered. Only then we can able to get a license on the DGFT, DG Shipping. You can find our DG Shipping license. It's called MTO number. Only then you can able to issue the House Bill of Lading. Next is Federal Maritime Commission. This has to be also get registered. This will help us that the way to go forward. This is all related to the sea shipment. This is related to the air shipment. As I told you, who can become an IATA agent? What is called an IATA? IATA is nothing but your International Air Transport Association. It is being issued by the Canadian government of IATA, who wears the head office of it. And this has multiple steps to be followed and it has certain regulations. All this has to be done. We have to clear all this and only then we can be able to get an IATA. Our company is an IATA agent company. We got the license on 2015. So this is our IATA certificate. This IATA certificate will help to, because when you say airlines, when you say airline, when you're being an individual, we can't approach airline for cargo booking. Air booking is different. This is Ken. When you say cargo booking, so not everyone can able to contact airline or get the space, because airline sectors is completely different. We can't able to relate it with sea. Sea happens in a longer transit. Air has to happen instantly, because getting a space, the necessity of sending an air cargo is very important, because if there is a need, because the pricing is also a big sector, a big problem in air freight. Because when you're sending a 1 CBM cargo to Dubai, you might be sending roughly around $15 or $20. If you approximately calculated $10 means it should be around $1,000. $20 means it's 2,000 or 3,000. But same thing, one CBM cargo might be around 300 kgs. When you take air cargo 300 kgs, per kg itself costs around 150 rupees. So it's a very big difference in air cargo. So we have to make sure that do we have to send air cargo, because all this has to be calculated, because it is about the pricing and your requirement of it. Because when you want to start up something, you have to send 3 samples. At that time, I can say that you can opt for a courier service, like very small cargo or door-to-door basis. You can send it on a courier, but courier also has a restriction. Up to 25,000 only can able to send it on a courier cargo. If you don't have a IEC copy, or you just want to start up something, and if you have a buyer requirement with a small sample, you can send it on if the value below 25,000, you can go on a courier service. Because above 25,000, you have to go on a commercial mode. It becomes a commercial mode, and we have to make as we do sea planning, air planning also has to be done. So that is why they say that air cargo is the very fastest mode of transport and very expensive mode of transport as well. So when you say this mode of transportation, choosing is very important, but based on a requirement. But we have few of our exporters, they used to have simultaneously around 20 tons of air shipment, or 100 tons of 100 containers, 100 full containers every month, and 10 or 20 tons of air shipment, that they do it vice versa based on their regular standards. So there are few people like that. But in this case, when you want to make a air planning, you have to make sure that it has to coincide with the cost. it has to make sure that it arrives faster. I don't deny it. It arrives faster, but make sure that's a requirement for sending air cargo like that. So all these things has to be seen. FIATA, International Federation of Freight Forwarder Association, is founded in Vienna, Austria on 31st March 1926. FIATA is also a certificate provided by this Federal of Freight Forwarder. It's an association. Next is FFI, Federation of Freight Forward Association of India, is the apex body, and this whole representative 27 member associates from all over India, representing 5,000 customs broker, employing over 1 lakh people. Next is the Chennai Customs House Agents Association. The very first object of memorandum is to diffuse useful knowledge to the persons, firm, association, and other bodies, corporate engaged in clearing and forwarding business. Next is this is the Chennai Customs House Agent Certificate of Membership. This is our license. It's a membership license. This is our FFI. We are also a Federation of Freight Forwarding Association certificate. We have a FIATA certificate. We have registered with FIATA. That's it. So these are the license to be obtained if you want to start up a freight forwarding company or CHA company, or when you are nominating any of the CHAs or freight forwarder, make sure that you have to verify that are they really authorized to do it, or do they have these certificates. So all these things has to be verified. So that is a major concern. So make sure that we have to collect it and we have to nominate them. Or if you want to go with the reputed people, make sure that they have already having these certificates and they have the experience in the field of at least minimum 10 years is required to be a proper freight forwarding company or CHA company. So I think these are my PPD. If any questions to be taken, I think I'm ready to take it. Any questions? I can ready to answer it.
Sir, I think so. There are some questions like we can just ask them. I think so. ARAC Business Group is having some doubt. I think you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question, sir. Hello.
One second, ma'am.
ARAC Business Group. Caster Spices. You can unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You
You
are
are audible, ma'am.
Sir, I would like to know what will be the logistic charges. Like that is what we actually want to know. No? Like what will be the logistic charges to airport? I mean, air cargoing or sea cargoing to different ports. Say to Singapore airport or Jebel Ali port, like that. How can I get the information? To quote to our customers, we need that logistics part also, no? So from where will I get all those informations?
Yes, ma'am. I think your point is really valid. See, this charges will not be provided to you so transparently, ma'am. So what I'll do is, I'll drop my contact number and mail ID so that you can approach us so that we can able to get you the required information, because this can be provided on case-to-case basis only, ma'am.
Okay. the thing is that you are in Chennai, no? Do you have any agency or do you have any port logistics officers here, or are you doing from Kochi port?
Yes, ma'am. We have our own office in Cochin.
Okay. Thank
So
you,
I've
sir.
just dropped my information there. And
Okay.
at the time of requirement, you can contact us. I think we can provide you the information which you require. And based on that, you can pass it on to the buyer.
Okay.
And then you can able to make sure that you'll be nominated like something.
Okay, sir. It's good if you could give your mobile number or any contact number so that I
No,
can
it's given.
contact you.
I've dropped it in the chat box, ma'am. Hope you got it, right?
Okay. No, not it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, any other questions? Aerath Business Group? Please unmute yourself. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിച്ചോളൂ പ്ലീസ്. നമുക്ക് സെഷൻ വൈൻഡ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളതാണ്. ചോദ്യങ്ങളൊന്നും ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ വൈൻഡ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യും. Azion Glass. Yes, sir. You can just ask your questions. You can unmute and you can ask your questions.
Give your mobile number.
Yes, sir. I've shared it on the groups. Have you got it, sir?
No.
Just hold on, sir. Just now reshared it, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, KG Kutsudeep. We have unmuted you. You can ask your questions.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir. Yes, sir.
I am a beginner in this export. By knowing all these things, we can't do this because it is very elaborate topic. So what we want to know is, if we contact you, you will provide everything for us, no?
What sort of service you wanted from us, sir?
So if you are exporting something,
Okay.
what are the document we have to furnish, or we have to do, what are the things we have to do, that all these things this forwarding agents will take care, no?
Yes. We can do it. That is not a problem.
Yes,
We can guide you the way to go forward, sir.
Yeah, but you are talking an elaborate topic about, you are telling so much things. We can't digest everything in a short while. So that that is why I am asking. If we are contacting you, you can provide us everything. No.
Yes, sir. Sir, you don't need to worry, sir. If you have a buyer, please get done. I think I can able to support you, sir. We can able to do it.
Yeah.
Because we have our office in Cochin.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hannah Lennox. We have unmuted you. You can just raise your question, ma'am. Please unmute yourself, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, this question is all about, I couldn't write the number of Manu, whom the contact was shared before, right?
I'll just tell you. You please note it down.
Okay.
89.
1 second. 89
213
213
97635.
8921397635, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next, Mr. User. I don't know the name of the person. It has been given as the user. Yes, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Very good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Who will decide the packing material, buyer or seller, and container also?
Packing material, sir.
In some areas, plastic not rejected. Some areas in jute bag and like this. Who will decide, the seller or buyer? That's the deciding that
Sir,
one.
I think buyer has to confirm you the packing style, sir, because I think they will have import regulations that they have to follow these set of packing structures, and only these items are being imported. So buyer will instruct you to do the packing, because when you say Europe countries does not allow you to send on a wooden pallet, only plastic pallets are there.
Okay.
So only the buyer will inform us to apply, and we have to follow that regulation, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Tanima Products, we have unmuted you. You can raise your questions.
Hello, good evening.
Very good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
Tonight, we are the beginner into this exporting. My question is that depends on what quantity the container is just really allotting to us. If suppose we don't have any full quantity of products in that container, so how the portions he will be allotting, how the procedure, what are the procedures?
See, sir, if you have at least 12 tons of cargo, you can use your own container, like 20-foot container, you can use it. Or if you have 20-25 tons of cargo, you can use a 40-foot containers. Or we might be in between, like around 4 tons of cargo, 5 tons of cargo, 10 CPM of cargo. This, as I told you, that we have to approach a consolidator. Consolidator will have multiple cargo. For example, in this group itself, we have around 100 participants. Every participant has a 10 CPM of cargo. It becomes a very big volume. So all these, because you may not be aware of this 100 people, but I'll be aware of them. So I'll collect the cargo at a speculated CFS. I'll make a proper loading plan, and I'll make sure that the cargo has been accommodated into the container, so that you can save the freight cost.
Okay. So before committing with the customer, who is the buyer, we should approach with the cargo. What is the quantity we have to commit with the buyer, like that?
Yes, sir. If you see, sir, with the discussion between a shipper and buyer about the quantity, you might be requesting for 2 tons or 3 tons.
Okay.
Quantity is okay, sir, but the way of shipping, you have to decide it. You want to send it on a LCL cargo or FCL cargo, that we have to discuss it, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Dance Durables Private Limited. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
So currently we are selling onions and shallots to Saudi Arabia via flight. So usually we are getting at a price of 51 plus GST, something like that.
Per kg.
Per kg. And if we go for a general cargo, the cost doubles. So what is the criteria of setting the price via by the transporter or something, by the flight or something like that? What is the criteria of that, sir?
Sir, initially what airline give you the preference for the perishable cargoes.
Okay,
your cargo seems to be a perishable.
right.
So they give you a reduced price when you compare to a general cargo. Because sir, in this case, for example, I'll tell you the difference of perishables and general cargo.
Okay.
You are handing over the cargo to airline today for 2 nights upliftment.
Okay.
And if it is uplifted on time, it arrives there, it is okay, sir. In case the cargo is not being uplifted and we don't have a flight for next 2 days, sir, what to be done? So this cargo has to be taken back, or it has to be after that. If it reaches there in a bad shape, so there's no use in taking the cargo.
Right.
So that reason, they give you the rates for perishable on a committed basis, sir.
Okay. So
General cargo, sir, the validity of cargo is very important. When you say air cargo, the product value at least will be there for 30 days.
okay.
If it doesn't go on the second day, if it goes on third day, it does not make a big difference.
Right. So
But
one more.
perishable cargo will become a big impact. You can't able to sell it there.
Yeah. One more thing, sir. Actually, Indian flights are there. We have got some offloads recently, where the Indian flights are doing that, but the flights from directly from Saudi Arabia or something like that, they are not doing as the Indian companies do. So why why our Indian companies are doing like that? The offloading
No, sir. It's not like that. See, offloading based on the capacity of aircraft.
right.
See, if you say that from Cochin, the all may not have a wide body aircraft, maybe a narrow body aircraft, around 20 tons of cargo.
Right.
Okay. 10 tons would be perishables and 10 ton would be for general cargo.
Okay.
Out of 10 tons of perishable cargo also, if they get the 10 tons is okay, sir. If they get if they get a general perishable cargo of 12 tons, they have to offload it. They can't able to load this 12 tons.
Okay.
You understand the concept? Because
Right.
only the base capacity they can uplift it. The reason that they're getting the higher cargo, they cannot able to carry it.
Okay.
So that's a major reason, sir.
So recent days we are getting many offloads from the Indian airlines in Indian companies. That's why I asked you.
No, understood, sir. So it's based on situations. For example, sir, during the time of Christmas, I had around cargo of 20 tons with me.
Okay.
Okay, but I had space only for 2 tons.
Oof.
Because it's all about season to season, sir. It will happen.
Right.
We are prepared. Often we keep a customer informed that to send it earliest itself.
Right.
During the peak season of Christmas, it's like this, sir.
Right.
Due to Europe and US becomes like this.
And also it is also depends on the past week the Saudi had some notification regarding the Nipah virus which were from the Kolkata.
Okay.
So we are also affected by that.
That is also a reason, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anyone? I think so. No other questions is left over. So we can wind up, sir. And thanks a lot for your support and wonderful presentation, Latif, sir. So
Thank you so much.
requesting you to share the presentation so that I can just share the same in the group also, sir.
Sure, ma'am. I'll send it to you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for your opportunity on this, ma'am, for joining me. It's like also a refreshment for me. Thanks for this opportunity, and thank you everyone for this participant. And good luck for them for the beginners, and also good luck for the existing exporters now. Thank you all.
So thank you, sir. So ഇന്നത്തെ സെഷൻ നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുന്നു. ഇനിയിപ്പം നാളെ രാവിലെ 9:30 നമ്മളുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെഷൻ ആണ്. വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് സെഷൻ ആണ്. ഫുഡ് സേഫ്റ്റിയുടെ സെഷൻ ആണ്. സോ കൈൻഡ്ലി എല്ലാവരും രാവിലെ 9:30 ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുക. സെയിം ലിങ്ക് തന്നെ, ലിങ്കിൽ മാറ്റങ്ങളൊന്നുമില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും നേരത്തെ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് അപേക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. Thank you everyone.